Hi. Well, I just went offline for a minute and said my internet connection was not working. So apologize for that little blip. We're trying a new physical setup here in my office. So hopefully this will work. We added another component so everything's kind of a different height. Sounds kind of crazy how the little logistics work out. And one of these days I'm going to figure out how to do this on my laptop and rearrange my desk. So I don't have to do it on my phone. But whatever. So happy Valentine's Day. And I hope you're getting to do something you love with someone you love today. I know we've got plans tonight to hopefully go to jazz night. They've been doing this every Tuesday in Oklahoma City down in an area called Deep Deuce. And I haven't been down there and I'm still exploring Oklahoma City. So I love going to these new places and finding new things. So hopefully it'll work out. And it's been raining, so it may be umbrella time, but we need the rain. So I'm happy for that. So I really wanted to spend a little bit of time today. I hope you liked my title today, My Love Child. I have been so fortunate, if you've been following some, been so fortunate to publish a book. And that's my little love child, is my book. And it's so exciting. I feel like I'm really bringing something new into the world. And I think we all feel like that when we have some kind of a project or something where we've really put a lot of time and love and effort into. And this is no different. So I wanted to share with you, this is my book, and it's going to be mirrored and because of the way Facebook does this, but it's Living Green Effortlessly. I don't know if you can see the picture. I love this picture because they just look so relaxed and they just look like they're hanging out, watching all the beautifulness outside. So it was perfect. I actually learned that this cover was created from a contest. The publisher didn't tell me. I just kind of found it online, but I thought that was really cool. So all these people got to contribute their ideas to the cover, and then the publisher actually selected the one they liked the most, and that's the one that got on the cover. So I gotta tell you though, seeing my name on a book, this is a life dream. I hope you have a life dream that you're getting to pursue. And you know, this book is really all about the kind of choices that you make in your home. And it's not meant to be greeny weeny or real tree hugger-ish. It's really meant to help you have more knowledge about the kinds of decisions and choices you make in your home and what some other choices might be. So I'm a huge advocate that knowledge is power. And one of the best ways I can think to empower you in your homes is by providing you with knowledge. More knowledge than what you had, and knowledge about things that you may not have thought about. So we really go through some different sections in the book to help you learn about that. It's about the systems in your home. So not so much green living, not so much choosing the foods and the products that you use on your body and everything, but more about the choices we make in our homes. Cleaning is a really great place to start, and that is kind of a blend of products we choose and how we use them in our homes. But just the things you use for cleaning can really impact your health and well-being in your home. So it's a great place for a lot of people to start. But the book also goes on through and talks about what is an everyday green home. So what defines it, what kind of components make it up. Then your comfort, health, and safety. Start where you live. And I can't think of one of us that doesn't want comfort, health, and safety in our lives and in our homes. And we spend so much time indoors and in our homes. And they're our refuge. It's our little castle. It's our place where we just, curl up with a great book or our family or watch our favorite TV program or make our favorite meal and many other things, since our homes are so many things to us. Mine's even my office, since I'm a home office person. So that comfort, health, and safety is really, it's high on most of our list. So we talk about that and how can you achieve that, and what are some strategies and what are some simple choices you can make and some decisions. So if you're thinking of adding something to your home or remodeling or replacing an appliance or a system or bringing something new in, what kind of ways can you think about it, and what kind of choices can you have that you may not have thought about? I know most of us, we have so many choices out there in the world that we go to the store or we're looking for something online, we tend to go to what we know first because that's easiest and quickest. So finding a new solution does take a little more time, and we want to help you through that. This book helps you through that, gives you a head start on looking at some things with a new pair of glasses and a new way of looking at things. And they're not complicated. This is stuff you can get at your big box store, or you can get it online. It's also available a lot in boutiques or specialty stores. There's all kinds of places out there where you can get it. So it's not like you got to go hunt around in some crazy place to find a lot of the solutions that we talk about in this book. So let me tell you what some of the other chapters are. Energy efficiency, that's the one most people think about with green, sustainability, environmentally friendly. But let me say something about energy efficiency. And this is really starting to be a topic of conversation, is we as homeowners think our homes are pretty energy efficient. And granted, they are probably more so than they were when they were built in the early 1900s, etc. But we don't connect our individual energy use very well to what's going on in the bigger world. So think about that. And every little bit you can save in your own home is helping out the community. It's helping out the bigger world. We don't have to produce as much electricity. So even take the incident out with the dam in California that's failing. So that dam exists for a lot of reasons. One of them is it produces electricity. So if something major happens to that dam, and I haven't checked the news today to know what's happened, that is going to impact a lot of people because they're going to have to bring electricity online from other sources. So it's not only water, recreation, it's also electricity. But if we each don't need as much electricity, then that helps the overall situation. And believe it or not, power companies, I know this sounds oxymoronic, but power companies really don't want to build more power plants because it's really, really, really expensive. And they're better off making their money through providing a really great service and not having to build peak load plants that cost a lot to operate, a lot to build. So in a lot of areas of the country, electric utilities are really working hard to help us understand as homeowners how we can make a bigger impact so they don't have to build those plants. And I know it sounds backwards, but it's just the way the industry is. And there's so many things that we can do in our homes to just be more efficient. And actually it really starts with the really simple one, which is just waste less. Waste less. So if you walk out of a room, turn off the lights, turn off the ceiling fan, turn off the TV. I I tell my kids that all the time, right, when they're growing up. But it's really true. Just if you're not using it, don't turn it on. That way we're not wasting, and that's just a great place to start. Anyway, we talked through some other strategies, ideas, choices in the book. Super easy stuff to do. Nothing that you're really going to have to go out on a limb on. And then we move into talking about, what goes in your home. So thinking about the choices you make for furniture, carpeting, drapes, paint, all the stuff that comes in our home and makes our home a home. Landscaping outside. Matter of fact, we're going to be this spring finishing up our backyard. And we've made some choices in our backyard that are going to make it so much easier to take care of. But they are also going to be more sustainable and more environmentally friendly because we're going with a lot of native plants. So we're going to attract local flora and fauna and the bees and the butterflies, which is what I want. I love the birds and the butterflies around. So it's just some simple things you can do in your landscaping to think about that. How you maintain your home. So this is a biggie. I always laugh when I was growing up. My sister and I would both get some clothing money every month, and I would take my, say, $50 and I'd go buy like 6 things because I like having variety. And my sister would take her, say, $50 and she'd go buy 1 or 2 really good quality items. I'm kind of old, so $50 went a longer time back then. Older, not old, sorry. But she would always buy really good quality stuff and classic stuff, especially for a teenager, very impressive. But that would last her a really, really long time, and mine wouldn't. And I really learned a lesson from her, thank you, Christy, that you can, how you make those choices really impacts the long time. So she would buy things that she could maintain, take care of, and they would last her a really long time. Well, that's true in our homes too. So if we make our selections based on things that don't need a lot of maintenance, and then we do the maintenance that is required, those things will last us a lot longer. They don't need to be replaced as often. And when they are replaced, oftentimes they can find a second life by going to somebody that takes secondhand goods so they can keep going instead of going in the landfill when they may still be perfectly good. So maintaining and taking care of stuff and operating it well is really an important component And it's not really all of our favorite tasks is doing our household chores on the weekends, but we got to do it, and you have to take care of stuff. So a lot of times that day-to-day maintenance really does add up. I know with my shower in my old place, I didn't realize that the grout needed to be sealed. Over time, water got behind the grout, it ruined the wall, and we ended up having to rip the whole shower out. So it would have been so simple had I put 2 and 2 together and realized that some simple maintenance would have saved that entire shower. So little things do add up. So something to think about. And then we wrap up the book with talking about strategies if you want to remodel or build and do something big, how you might want to think about a certified green home, because it's going to give you something that's going to stay with the home and last a really, really long time. So lots of cool stuff in here. At least I think it's cool. I hope you will think it's cool too. I want to give a shout out. I had 3 people that helped me with the photographs, because most of the photographs in the book we took. My podcast partner, Tony Pratt, a friend of the family's, Abby Hudson in St. Louis, and myself. And we took most of the pictures in the book. There's a few boiler or stock photos. I wanted to show you this one. This picture is my mom's front door. So really cool, Mom. Thank you for contributing your doors to my book. I'm just really excited about it. I hope you can get a copy. I'll post the link below the Facebook Live. If you are in St. Louis, we are going to be, Tony and I are going to be podcasting live on the home show floor of the St. Louis Home and Garden Show, March 9th through 12th. We will be on, we're in booth 1039, and that is in the Green Product Pavilion, and we will be doing live podcasts all day long. Come by, it's going to be really cool. We have a green VW, 1978 VW Bug. It has a mobile podcast studio in it. Thank you, Mike Wilkerson at Two Guys Talking Network, for providing the podcast bug. It is going to be so much fun, and I hope you'll have a chance to come by. And you're right, I'm losing my voice, so I guess that means it's time for me to get off. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hang on a second, I have something to show you. This was my Valentine's present from my lovely husband, Scott. Thank you, honey. I love it. I hope I can keep it alive. My mom's been coaching me on how to take care of an orchid. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.